Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode. Thanks so much for tuning in from our temporary studio here. We're about 3 weeks away from the new studio, so soon. But in the meantime, please be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Also, click the link below. Learn more about AI totally for free. Everything in the resource is free. You need to learn more about AI because within 2 to 3 years, you're going to have to use this stuff at work. Very soon now. Also, check out my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, which gives you a great short history of AI plus how AI is impacting 10 industries today, and we're going to talk about one of those industries, which is transportation, specifically AI and self-driving. So thanks again for tuning in. So I was very fortunate to come across a full market research analysis on self-driving, and it's up to date. And it will lay out the whole thing for you. We're going to do this in 2 parts. This is part 1 because a single video would be too long. But here we go. So basically, there are a number of existing systems on cars to assist the driver. And all of these systems as a group are called Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS. So these systems are relatively new. A couple of them have been around for a little while now, 20 years, let's say, but the rest of them are 5 years or less new, and they all enable self-driving. So here we go. One is adaptive cruise control. This is not regular cruise control where you set a speed and then you have to hit the brake and get back up to speed and then re-engage. This cruise control will slow down and speed up with the flow of traffic. So it basically removes the driver from having to accelerate and decelerate. Cool stuff. Next, adaptive front light. Most cars still don't have these. This is luxury cars only. At this point, it improves driver visibility in extreme weather conditions, nighttime, curved roads, and heavy traffic. So what this does is use a variety of sensors to enable drivers to see better at night or bad weather conditions. The next one, automatic emergency braking. We know what that is, right? Someone stops, you're not paying attention, it stops the car for you. Blind spot detection, this has been around for a little while. It's on your left and right side mirrors, and it warns you that a car is next to you. Cross traffic alert. This one is a little bit newer, but has been around for a little while, and it tells you when cars are coming from the sides, especially when you're backing up. Driver monitoring system, which is new. This one observes the driver and vibrates the steering wheel and/or the seat if you start to fall asleep at the wheel. So this one is very cool. And then driver monitoring system, which we just did that. Forward collision warning, which means you're about to hit something, so it warns you. Intelligent park assist, that's self-parking, parallel parking, which is great for a lot of people. Lane departure, meaning you're leaving your traffic lane. Night vision system, again designed to help you see better at night. Pedestrian detection system, this is new with self-driving. Road sign recognition, also new with self-driving. Tire pressure monitoring system, it's been around for 10 years. And traffic jam assistance, which has also been around for a while. So these are the levels of autonomy, just so we are setting the table for the rest of this video and the next one. Level 1 autonomy. A level 1 vehicle can handle either steering or controlling the speed, not at the same time. The driver handles most tasks. Level 2, The driving task is shared among driver and vehicle. For instance, the vehicle deploys lane keeping assistance and other things to keep you in the right lane or keep you from hitting something. So most cars are getting to level 2 standard. Some automakers have level 2 assistance standard on all their vehicles. Other automakers only still do that for luxury vehicles. But let's just say, for all practical purposes, all cars are at or soon will be at level 2 autonomy. Then we get to level 3, where the vehicle can drive itself under limited conditions and will not operate unless all of those conditions are met. So what are those conditions? Good weather, principally. And this is highway pilot, autopilot, and traffic jam chauffeur. So this is sort of an interim step where when you're on the freeway, for example, you can take your hands off the wheel. But level 3 is not common yet, but getting more common. For example, on the 22 models, a lot of companies are starting to roll out level 3 autonomy, and by 2023, many more will. Level 4, this is the level of autonomy that we've talked about before, that Germany just legalized on freeways, their freeways. Level 4 autonomous vehicles can drive themselves under limited conditions and will not operate unless all required conditions are met. These features are sophisticated enough so the driver will not have to take over driving, even in an emergency, and that is very similar to level 3. However, with level 3, the driver must be ready to take over the vehicle at all times. With level 4, no. So the Germans are very confident in this technology at level 4 already, where drivers basically have to do nothing. And again, only a very few cars are at level 4 autonomy. And then finally, level 5, the driver will not drive the vehicle ever, and in fact, your typical level 5 vehicle will have the steering wheel and pedals removed, and it'll be all passenger, because there's no circumstance where the driver would ever have to react or take over. Level 4 vehicles still have the steering wheel or pedals, just in case something really weird happens, which can happen, and we're going to talk about that. So why is self-driving important? Check this out. While in the US only about 38,000, but still 38,000 people a year are killed in motor vehicle accidents in the US every single year. Check out these numbers. Italy, 175,000. The UK, principally England and Scotland, 145,000. So many times the US standard, still getting killed. Germany, 300,000. This is why Germany has legalized level 4 autonomy. And keep in mind that the populations of the places we just talked about are a small fraction of the US population. So on a population adjusted basis, we're talking about 10, 15 times the level of fatalities as in the US. Spain, 100,000, France, around 50, 60,000. These self-driving technologies will keep people alive, plain and simple. Why? Because humans make errors. And despite all the publicity that you've read about the 1 or 2 accidents in the entire history of self-driving where someone got hurt, it is therefore orders of magnitude safer than humans driving. Orders of magnitude. So globally, in advanced industrialized countries that have good infrastructure, you're going to see fatalities drop very significantly. So that's it for this time. Next time we'll pick up from where we left off, and there's a lot more interesting stuff coming on self-driving, where it's at, and where the industry is headed. Thanks.